Welcome to the Rambling E.L.M, where three bitches talk about absolutely nothing that we are professionals in. I am Emily.
I'm Liz.
And I'm Mary Lou.
And this is the topic today. Absolutely nothing. Thank you for your time.
No.
Yeah, that's plenty. Go. Learn a new skill.
No.
Talk to your mom. She misses you.
No.
Random advice that I have is one from Judge Judy. Never loan money that you don't mind giving away. Do not loan money unless you're willing to give it away. So don't expect your friends to pay you back. Whenever you loan them money, say $20, $5, right to their mother's house, never expect them to pay you back. Just consider it a gift, and if they do pay you back, that's awesome. But, just don't expect it.
I feel like that's the best way to go.
Yeah.
That way you're just giving things instead of expecting, to get paid back. You're not borrowing.
Because a gift is a gift, not a give back.
Yes.
Well, half of her show could have been condensed down to 28 seconds. And she said, "You never expected to get the money in the first place. Now listen here, trouser." She said she never talked like that. Could you imagine?
Yeah.
That'd be so much of a better show if she talked like that.
We'll have to split the car in half. You get the front half, he gets the back. Wait, that doesn't make any sense.
Somehow down the middle. You'll have
That's the end of my case. Baloney. So says the judge.
That's me, Judy.
Yeah. I'm sure she has to tell her audience it's her Judy. She's on a fucking pedestal. And she goes, "It's me, your ruler, your kind and handsome husband, Judy." That's how I was started.
Okay, so that's your advice.
Yeah.
I like that.
Mary Lou, do you have advice?
The only random advice that I half live by is always try kindness. So my random advice is to always attempt to treat people with kindness. I know that most people don't, bother to do the same. Everyone gets frustrated, everybody gets angry, and they all just kind of get mad at each other for stupid reasons. Especially if you work in retail or fast food, people are just so mean. And I get it. You've had a hard, rough day at work, and you're frustrated and you're pissed off, and somebody messed up your order, and you're just like, "Motherfucker, where's my shit?" And you get mad. It's you know what? They're doing their job too. They're just doing their best. So it takes no amount of whatever to just try to be kind. And so I always attempt to, interact with people the way that I hope that they would interact with me. But with a side of salt, if you will. If they're mean as fuck, be mean back.
When we worked at Walmart, I always told people that the more mean you are, the less I'm trained. So, if someone goes, "Oh, but they did this for me last time," and I was the person who did it for me last time, I'm like, "I'm so sorry, sir. I don't know who did that for you."
No, my favorite thing is weaponized kindness, and that's something I learned before I quit retail.
While you're stabbing somebody, "I love you!"
No. What I mean is, I had people who would come up to me, and, they would be cussing me out, or they'd be raising their voice, where they're like, "Oh, well, the thing online says it's on sale." And I'm like, "Okay, I understand that you're aggravated. However," and the whole time I've got the customer service voice, and at the end of the thing, I'd go, "Bless you and have a wonderful day."
I can't believe
and would just maintain eye contact.
You knew
and
that
at some
Jesus
point,
died on the cross so we could be yelled at by old people.
By doing that, people would be like, "How dare she say the Lord's name in a way that made me feel like I'm cursed? I feel uncomfortable." And I'm like,
"Is this how you're going to be acting, Janet, when Jesus comes back? Trying to get 2 for 1? That's like not get your fucking dusty ass back in your minivan. Your husband's cheating on you, Janet." Thank you. Come again.
I do feel like that's the biggest sin, though, to be mean to retail workers or waitresses.
It really
that is the biggest sin.
Waitresses, especially, because they're literally just the bringers of the food. They didn't make
They didn't cook your food. They didn't make your food. So if your problem is with the meal, your problem is with the cook, not the waitress.
If your problem is with
waiter.
the table, it's the carpenter. If your problem is with the air conditioner, it's probably her.
Well,
but
okay,
she's been there a lot.
I shit you not. This was forever ago. I had asked for brown gravy or something at a Bob Evans, and they gave me country gravy.
You?
Well, no. They gave me country gravy instead. Not a big deal. I honestly do not care. I'm fat. I will eat whatever food you put in front of me as long as I can actually eat it. So I was kidding with my friends, and I was even saying it quietly. I wasn't even saying it loud. I was like, "Oh, they gave me the wrong gravy." I was like, "Oh, huff and fuss."
Yeah.
And I was joking around. I did not know that the manager was on the floor doing rounds. So the waitress, who is pregnant, mind you, and she's very visibly pregnant, she comes back and she's teary-eyed and she's like, "Hey, I'm sorry about your gravy. If you want, I can go and get it switched out. And I'm like, what? Oh, no. And I'm like, I'm still going to eat it. It's fine. It's just food. And I'm like, I wasn't even complaining. I'm like, did you just get in trouble?
Yes.
And she's like, well, I was informed that you might be unhappy about your gravy. And I'm like, well, okay, if I'm actually unhappy about my gravy, my problem was with your dumbass cook, not with you. You just brought me the food. You're not the one that made it.
The gravy.
And then the manager hears me saying this, and she just turns and she looks at me, and I'm like, oh, and by the way, since you're incredibly pregnant, and your whole job is to, take
your firstborn belongs to me.
Well, I was like, since you're incredibly pregnant, and the whole job is to go from the kitchen to the table, and that's it, and manage the money on the fucking check. It is not on you if my shit is raw or overcooked or anything. That's the fucking cook's fault or the manager's fault for not putting the blame on the right person. And then the manager comes up to me and she goes, I apologize that you're unhappy. No! But she's like, well, I apologize that you're unhappy with how I run my store. And I'm like, you're damn right I am. And then I walked out.
And then she waddled away.
No, I was pissed.
The very next day.
You don't blame the waitress for your food, dude. It's not on them.
No.
Shit.
That's screaming at the window worker for your nuggets. They didn't make your fucking nuggets. They're just standing there on the headset.
Do you know the Frisch's up here?
Yeah.
There's a pregnant lady who was my waitress, and that's in every Frisch's they have to have 1.5 waitresses.
Pregnant waitresses?
Yes.
Yeah. They're like, I'm sorry, you pregnant? No, but I can be. Then you're hired. Just easy. How frugal are you on a scale of 1 to 10?
Right.
Yeah, well, I'm nursing right now. Okay, well, you're hired. But me and Richard were eating, and I was just being my charming self. I just got camp, and I'm a little stinker. And she gave me her number at the end of it, and then I'm with my husband. And I went to pay the check, and then I was like, what do I do with this? Or she goes, why did she give you that? I'm like, I don't know what to do. And I was like, well, first of all, I'm with you. Secondly, she's pregnant, so I don't want her. It's nothing against pregnant women in general. You guys are gorgeous. It's just I couldn't deal with another heartbreak. You know what I mean? Where I'm like, I'm gonna get dumped by you and the baby. Yeah, I fucking move in because you give me your fucking. What did you want from me? I didn't have anything for you. I tipped her good.
You
it was
$6.
homeless
and barely
$6 for a $20 meal. I think I did pretty damn good.
Yeah, it's like a fairly average tip. Yeah.
Oh, I fucking dare you to tell me that wasn't a good tip.
No. See, the thing that pisses me off are the people that are clearly shitty to the waitress, and then they leave change or nothing on the table, and they just leave
that
an
fake dollar bill.
mess.
That's a God pamphlet.
I've gotten one of those before.
Ooh,
I got it on a Sunday.
Fuck off.
Waitress?
Yeah, I was a waitress at a Indonesian restaurant.
We didn't even know there was a waitress among us. How pregnant were you?
I was not.
How'd you get hired?
You can be a waiter / waitress.
You can fake a pregnancy.
Or not be pregnant.
No, I was just starving. I was like, I'll do any job you guys have. I'll do the waitress. I'll do the dishwasher. So I did it all.
I like the plates.
Oh my gosh. I don't know. I got terrible tips on Sunday, so I almost would never work on Sunday because of that. Because you would get the whole.
But that's what the church people.
The church crowd doesn't tip.
They won't tip me. I look weird, so they won't.
Well, they won't tip you. Period. They don't tip on church Sundays because that money's for the
God
church.
gets the tips.
God can share. God can share.
If the Bible said that God only wants your tip, I might read it. It's just a tip. Just a tip, guys. Don't give me your soul. I just want the tip.
What's your random thing of advice, Liz?
Besides tip on Sundays.
Always tip on Sunday. If you don't tip on Sundays,
just tip if you're getting any kind of business. Anything.
Just try. Even $1 would make me happier than nothing.
Right.
Or a card saying
Were you
love you.
offended when people gave you a change?
It depended on the change. If it was pennies or dimes, I would get kind of mad. But if it was a quarter, I was like, all right, I can accept the quarter.
Quarter's good for
that's
laundry
fine.
What irritates me is
yes.
if it's a really big order and they could put change on the table.
But if it's paired with $1, that's different. Because if you give me if you give me $2 plus some change, I'm like, yeah, that's gravy.
Sure.
And Mary Lou's turned brown gravy. That's the best kind of gravy.
I would have given you the wrong gravy, most likely.
I would have given you a tub of brown gravy.
No,
and I was sweating after this anyways. I'm gonna have the baby next week, and they're gonna fire me anyways.
No, dude, the manager felt so bad that she gave me a discount on my meal because I was pissed off that she got upset at the waitress.
Oh my gosh!
Mary, I didn't know you
and I told her off about it too. I'm like, I'm not gonna be mad at the waitress. I'm mad at your cook.
I'm mad at the gravy.
I'm like, she wrote down brown gravy. I saw her write it. I watched her write it, and then she went to the kitchen to go get it. And your cook is an idiot.
This makes me brown gravy mad.
Oh no, the gravy is white.
And we're like, Mary Lou, come down. She's like, running to the gravy.
It's graviest.
Get the gravy, get the gravy.
She brought the wrong train.
And then you hear like the cook in the background going, "Ooh, she got the cook." Great, this is another Bob Evans we can't go back to, guys. So fucking, I'm sorry.